friends, welcome. My name is Brittany and I'm so happy that you're here today. I'm excited to offer you this Vinyasa flow practice focusing on building up towards a peak pose of Bird of Paradise. Bird of Paradise is a standing balance posture that requires strong core, open hips, and a lot of focus. It's a little bit interesting adding a bind into a balance posture, so just get ready to have fun and come into it with an open heart and an open mind. When you're ready, go ahead and set your sacred space. I don't require any props for this practice, but of course if you feel called to grab something that you need, go ahead and do that now. Otherwise, let's get started. We're going to be starting on our backs. So go ahead and start to come down onto your back. Take your time. We're going to start in reclined butterfly. So start to draw the knees out wide, soles of the feet together, tucking the shoulders underneath one another. Either option A, to take the hands out to the side, palms facing up or down. Option B, maybe take one hand to belly, one hand to heart, just feeling out your breath as it rises and falls into the palms. Option C, maybe taking the arms up and overhead. You can even grab opposite elbows if you're seeking some shoulder opening right now. Really, it's whatever works for you. So go ahead and start to settle into this. Today I'm gonna place my hands on my body, feel the breath. Wherever you are, just start to settle down. Settle in, arriving one breath at a time here on your mat. Just align the knees to open up wide. And this gentle opening in your hips, as gravity gently presses your knees towards the earth. Feeling this softening in your shoulders as your head rests on your mat. Just notice how you feel right now, how the body feels. Notice the quality of your breath. Thoughts that might be in your mind right now. Whatever's a part of this present moment, just simply noticing, observing, without any judgment or expectation, without any attachment, and just continue to breathe. Letting go of whatever you were just doing, whatever you plan to do later, just really arriving here in the present moment, dedicating this practice to your presence, bringing your full awareness into your movements today, into each and every breath. Breathe. Together, let's take a deep breath in through the nose, fill all the way up. Regardless of where the hands are, just feel the belly fill up like a balloon, rise up towards the ceiling, the heart lifts. Exhale, sigh it out. And releasing the hands wherever they might be. Let's start to draw the knees towards one another. Pick the feet up off the floor and give yourself a big hug. Perhaps rocking side to side, massaging your lower back, your spine, wiggling the toes, maybe even rotating out the ankles. And then coming back to center, lift your forehead up to meet the knees. Big squeeze. Thank yourself for making this time today to move intentionally, mindfully, and with love. Okay, coming back down, plant the feet hips distance. We're gonna flow through a dynamic bridge here. So first set it up, walk your feet so that your heels you can touch, so the heels go towards the glutes, and the toes are pointing forward, hips distance apart. So we're going to do this dynamically, and we're going to add some arm movements. If you have any shoulder injuries, I would refrain from doing this arm movement, and just simply lifting the hips up is enough. So for the first round, we'll go really slow so you know what we're doing, and then you'll just start to flow with your breath. So pressing into the feet. Inhale, lift the hips, and as you lift the hips, lift the arms up and overhead. Palms are facing up, so feel the chest open as you press the triceps down. Go ahead, exhale, lower back down, hips come back to the earth, palms sweep down, palms come to the earth. That's the movement with the breath. Inhale, pressing into the feet, Lifting the hips, lifting the heart, hands go back. Exhale, taking it down, and now we're just starting to tap into a deeper breath. So finding length, space, and depth in each inhale and exhale. Inhale, lifting. Perhaps coming into Ujjayi, breathing in and out through the nose, exhale. Slightly constricting the muscles in the back of your throat to produce that ocean hum. Inhale. Palms go up and back. Heart opens. Exhale. Coming down. One more round. Inhale. Waking up the hips, opening up the chest, the shoulders. Exhale, coming back down. Keeping the left foot grounded, let's pick up that right ankle. Bending the right knee, cross the right ankle on top of the left thigh, just above the left knee. Now for a lot of us, this might just be enough. Maybe you just stay here. If you want a little bit more sensation in that right glute, outer right hip, then pick up that left foot. And see if you can take that right hand in the keyhole you created with that right leg. Clasp the fingers in the back of the left thigh. Stay here for a couple breaths. Keep flexing both feet, really active in the feet so we protect the knee joint. Another option here, if you want more sensation, don't force it, but maybe the clasp of the hands come actually on top of the left shin. So find what works for you. Continue pushing lightly, so emphasis on lightly, that right knee away from the body using the help of that right elbow. And at the same time, you're drawing that left knee, left thigh in towards the left armpit side. Breathe. Finding what feels right to you, never forcing anything, and meeting yourself where you're at today. So we just breathe into this hip opening. We're going to do a lot of hip opening for this practice as we move towards our peak pose today of Bird of Paradise. Another round of breath. Good, gently releasing that left foot back down to the earth if it's not already. From here, open up your arms like a big capital T or even goalpost arms. And from here, we're going to cross the right thigh over the left, just like you're crossing your legs. And before we drop the knees, let's lift the hips up, scoot the hips gently over to the right, drop them down, and then we take the knees to the left. So scooting the hips first, and then the knees surrender. And if this is too much, the bind in the legs, just unravel them and just stack maybe the knees or stagger the knees and let them fall to the left. Take the gaze where it feels best for you and your neck today. But just make sure that the twist is coming from the belly button down. Shoulders are grounded here, upper back is grounded, and we twist from the navel down. Take 3 more breaths here in your spinal twist, relaxing your face. Softening the jaw. Great job, one more breath. And then coming back up to center, take your time, bring the head first if it was tilted to the side. And the knees come back up to center. Uncross the legs. Scoot the hips back to center, give yourself another hug, draw the knees in, Apanasana, knee to chest pose. Perhaps rock side to side. Maybe draw some circles again on the spine, your choice. You drew circles, make sure you go the other way as well, even it out. It's all about balance. Good, and then releasing the feet back to hips distance. We're going to do that dynamic bridge again before we take our thread the needle on the other side. So pressing into the feet, again, make sure they're hips distance, toes pointing forward. And here we go, finding energy in the hips and in the heart. Inhale, lifting up, arms come up if that felt good for you the first time. Exhale, take it down. Just like that, inhale, pressing through the feet. Try to keep the glutes relaxed. The quadricep muscles take you up. Exhale, coming down. And creating a sense of resistance here. Feel like you're moving your hands through honey. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, lower back down. Tailbone comes back to the earth. Beautiful. This time, pick up that left foot. Cross the left ankle on top of that right thigh, right above the knee. Option to keep the right foot down or lifting the right foot this time, taking the hand through the keyhole, clasping fingers to the back of the right thigh, or again, you have the option to maybe come to the top of the right shin, but don't force it. It is important that we keep our shoulders grounded for this. Our head is relaxed, and you're just gently drawing the knees towards you. Right knee drawing in towards the right armpit, but that left knee gently moving away with the help of that left elbow if you can. And just breathe into the sensations in the outer left hip. Flexing both feet here, feeling that stretch in that left glute. Smooth, deep breaths. In and out through the nose if you can. Last two. And then very gently on an exhalation, releasing the hands. Plant that right foot, arms open, your choice. Big capital T or goalpost arms. Cross left thigh over. Remember, we press into the right foot to pick the hips up, move them to the left, and then we gently drop the knees over to the right. Spinal twist. Take the gaze where it feels best in your neck. Breathe here. Twisting from the belly button down, letting the knees just fall to the right. Releasing any tension here in the hips. Opening up through the heart. Thank yourself again for being here, for making this time. Last breath. And then slowly bring the head back up to center if it was looking to the side, and then lift the knees. Press into that right foot to scoop the hips back to center, uncross the legs, bring the knees into the chest. Let's all lift the forehead if we can. Big hug, big squeeze, big love. And some energy here, so release the head, take your hands to the back of the thighs and some spinal rocks. Just start to go front to back. Breathe, getting ready to come up. And we're actually going to be coming up and going into tabletop in 3, 2. On this next rock on 1, come all the way up, cross your legs, plant your hands out in front of you, and just step back. And adjusting, I have to come back to the center of my mat here, so maybe you have to do the same. Spread the fingers, tabletop, so we're not wasting any time. This is a short sequence, short class, so we get right into it. Shoulders over the wrists, hips over the knees. Spread the fingers and just start to draw some circles here, sending the hips back, leaning forward so the shoulders go past the wrists, warming up our wrists, waking up the upper body, and then go the other way. Keep drawing the navel into the spine. Uddiyana Bandha, that navel lock, really engaged here. Last round. Beautiful, and coming back up to center. Keep spreading those fingers, starfish hands, rounding into the mound of the fingers, index finger and the thumb especially. Press the earth away, take a deep breath in. Exhale, round it straight into cat. Inhale, cow, draw the heart forward, arch the back. Exhale, rounding into cat, light on the wrist. Again, inhale, drop the belly, arch the back, cow pose. Exhale, rounding into cat. Inhale, come back to center, tuck the toes, lift the knees, and come into hovering table. Breathe. So I said we're going to get right into it. We're going to get some core work in, kind of some primal animalistic movement here. So from here, you're going to send your left leg, pick up that left foot, send the toes to the left, plant your right heel, reach your right hand high, so press out of the left shoulder. You can even cactus that right arm if you'd like, it's really up to you. Big breath in. Exhale, release the right hand, left toes come back, left knee hovers. Inhale, send the right leg over to the left, plant left heel, and reach the left hand, your version of the upper body. Just like that, release the left hand, right toes come down. Inhale, shoot that left leg back, lift the hips, feel everything drawing in, tight core. Exhale down. Again, shoot the right leg back, find your expression of the upper body. Exhale down. 2 more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Good, exhale, back to hovering table, take a deep breath in. Exhale, rounding, hovering cat. Inhale, hovering cow, so the knees are floating here. Exhale, rounding, hovering cat. Come back to center and release the knees. Open up the knees a little bit wider here, as wide as you feel is best for the hips. Big toes to touch. Let's take a child's pose for a moment. Extending through the fingertips. Soften the forehead down to the mat. Nice deep stretch from the hip creases all the way up into the arms, into the wrists, into the fingers. Maybe massage your forehead right to left. Notice how you feel. Stay connected to that deeper breath. and then coming back to center, lift the head, slide the hands back underneath the shoulders, hips under the knees, and you're back in tabletop. Spread through the fingers. Inhale, send the right leg back. And we reach to the left fingertips this time, exhale. Inhale, grow long. Now this time as you exhale, a little different here, you're gonna bend your left elbow, take your left elbow out to the side. So you want your left elbow in line with your left shoulder, and at the same time we bend the right knee. Try to get that right knee in line with the right hip to the side, so it's going sideways. Inhale, extend. Exhale to the side. Try to keep it lifted. Again, inhale, extend. Exhale to the side. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release the left hand, release the right knee. Let's do the other side. Inhale, send the left leg back. Exhale, reach the right hand forward. Good, inhale. Exhale, take it all to the side. Right elbow in line with right shoulder, left knee somewhat in line with the left hip. Inhale, extend. Exhale to the side. Tight core. Inhale, extend. Keep pressing out of that left shoulder. Exhale. Great job. Inhale, extend. Exhale, release the hand, release the knee. Any little bits of movement that feels good to you. And we come back to center. Now from tabletop, walk your hands one palm print forward. Tuck your toes. Inhale, lift the knees. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take it back. So start to settle in here, friends, to your first downward facing dog of our practice today. Maybe bending the knees, pedal up the feet. Stretching through the hamstrings here. Shake out your head. Drawing the outer edges of the armpits down towards the outside of your mat, creating space here for your neck. Maybe shaking the head, yes, today's going to be a great day. Shaking my head, no, I'm not going to let any negativity take over. Breathe. Maybe shake the hips side to side, maybe taking side body stretches by bending the knees, dropping the heels. This is all your choice. Always feeling what you need in each moment, because it will change. And then grounding down, nice strong downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, sighing it out. Surrender those heels back. Again, inhale, feel the hips lifting as if you're pressing the mat away. Grow long through the spine. Exhale, feel the energy going down the back of the legs. From here, inhale, ripple forward, come into a high plank. If you need to, might have to adjust by walking the feet back a little. Totally fine, and keeping everything where it is. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, just bending the knees, send the hips back, down dog. So we'll do this a couple times, building some heat. Inhale, ripple forward, roll it forward through the spine like a wave. Exhale, bend the knees, down dog. Just like that, inhale, ripple forward, slow is strong. Exhale, downward dog. Last time, inhale, ripple forward. Maybe even slower. And downward facing dog, take it back. Breathe, spinal flossing, I call that. Feels so good. Take a deep breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, looking forward. Bending the knees. Exhale, walk, step, or lightly hop towards the top of your mat. Finding a rag doll here of your choice. Knees can bend. I, in fact, like to really bend my knees in the first round, just to drape the body over the top of the thighs and really focus on the spine. If you feel called to extend the legs, feel free. Maybe hands to opposite elbows. Maybe rock side to side. Keep breathing. And then coming back to center, release the hands. Feet or hips distance, halfway lift, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Good, just like that, inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, take it down. One more, inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, down. Press through the feet, inhale, rise to stand, reach the fingertips up, out, and away. Feel energy coming out through the fingers. Maybe even lifting up onto the balls of the feet, lifting the heels high, reach, reach, reach. Good, exhale, hands to heart center.
Pause here, take a moment, adjust your clothing, drink water, whatever you need to do. If you're already sweating, start to wipe the sweat from the brows. And here we are. Take a deep breath, inhale, top of your mat. Exhale, grounding breath down. Opening the eyes, release the hands. Inhale, sweep the arms up, out, and away. Upward salute. Maybe look up at the thumbs. Exhale, swan dive forward. Forward fold, flat back, take it down. Inhale, halfway lift. Coming back up, leading with the heart. Exhale, fold and mount. Hinge from the hips. Plant the hands, step back, high plank. Deep breath, inhale. Hold for the exhale. Draw the belly up and in, press the mat away, inhale. For this first round, let's drop the knees. Exhale, lower to the belly. Elbows hug the side body. Inhale, open the heart, cobra. Press through the tops of the feet. Exhale, coming down and back. Let's do that again. Inhale, cobra lift. Draw the tailbone towards the heels. Press through all 10 toenails. Exhale, take it down. One more, cobra lift. Inhale, open the chest. Shoulders roll down the back. Exhale, down. Tucking the toes, press onto the knees. Hips go high, downward facing dog. So that first round, we drop the knees for a half chaturanga all the way down. Now the next options, if you have chaturanga in your practice, you can do that, high to low plank, or you can continue dropping your knees, totally up to you. If you have a jump back practice, you're gonna jump back to chaturanga, protect your joints, elbows bend. Big breath in, big breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk step, or lightly hop towards the top of the mat. Halfway lift when you get there, inhale. Exhale, fold, hinging from the hips. Rise to stand, inhale, reach up. Hands to heart center, exhale. Good, opening the eyes, release the hands. Let's do it again, inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, open heart. Halfway lift, inhale to that flat back, press through the feet. Exhale, bend the knees, either step or float back to chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So always find what works for you. Don't ever force anything. Listen to your body, listen to your breath, and just enjoy your practice. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, ripple forward, high plank like we did earlier. Exhale, lower all the way to your belly. See if you can do it with the knees lifted and take it slow. Untuck the toes. Inhale, lift the chest. Let's flip the hands and then flip the feet, Shalabhasana variation. Another breath. Locust pose, exhale, hold. Inhale. Exhale, plant the hands. Lower the forehead. Take a moment. Tucking the toes, yogi's choice, either knees first or lift the kneecaps. Hug the elbows in, one long line, high plank, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Inhale, gaze goes forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly hop. Half lift, inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. Rise to stand, inhale, sweep it up, Urdhva Hastasana, upward salute. Hands to heart center, exhale. One more round. Here we go, releasing the hands. Take a grounding breath first, inhale. Exhale, root down. All right, friends, open your eyes. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, inhale to the flat back. Exhale, fold, yogi's choice, step or float back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, roll over the toes, maybe this round, downward dog. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk, step, or lightly hop. Half lift, inhale when you get there. Exhale, fold, breathe out, let it go. Rise to stand, inhale, reach it up. Rise up and lengthen. This time we're going to cactus the arms as you exhale. Lift the chest, send the hips forward for a back bend. Good, inhale, rising up. Exhale, chair pose. So sit low. You can have feet hips distance, or you can stand big toes to touch with a space in the heels. But really focus on drawing the belly up and in, tailbone drawing down. So avoid just dumping your weight here. Feel energy coming up and reach up. Shoulders draw down the back. Maybe a couple bounces to settle in, but take a quick glance down and make sure you see the tips of your big toe. The weight is in the heels. Big breath in. Big breath out. Maybe sit a little lower. Another big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. We're gonna plant the hands and step straight back to downward dog this time. Good, settling in, spread the fingers. Inhale, send the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, shoulders stack over the wrist. Inhale, high. Right knee to nose. Inhale, high. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, send it high. Knee comes back towards the nose, round into the spine, float your left heel high. Feel the hips going higher. Now that should help you step or scoop that right foot forward. Dropping that left knee down. Rise it up, low lunge, settle in. And make sure we're not just collapsing forward. Press actively through that right foot. Magnetize the inner thighs towards one another. Maybe rotate out the wrist here. Draw the belly up and in. And even here, we're lengthening through the lower back. So draw your tailbone down towards your left heel. Breathe. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Good, exhale. Taking the hands down. Planting that left hand, but reach the right hand high. Take a twist to the right. And let's try to lift the back knee. Breathe. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. Shoulders are stacking. We're pressing out of the left shoulder here. Breathe. Maybe looking at your right thumb. Good, one more breath. Exhale, releasing that right hand. Step back to a floating plank. So float your right foot here. Shoulders are over the wrist. You can point or flex your foot, totally up to you. Different sensations, play with that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga if you can. Inhale, plant the top of that right foot, top of the left, upward facing dog. Oh, you hear that crack? Exhale, downward facing dog. I needed that. Take 3 deep breaths here. Any micro movements you need in your downward dog. Listening to your body is an act of self-love. Being here is an act of self-love. One more breath. All right, here we go. Inhale, send the left foot high. 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, send it back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, send it high, deep breathing. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Knee towards nose. So tiger curl, rounding through the spine, lift high onto the back toes. Hips go higher, and that should help you step or scoop that left foot in between the hands. Wiggle the back foot back slightly so you can drop your right knee down. Getting a nice stretch here on your right hip flexor. Pressing through that left foot, let's rise up. Anjaneyasana, other side. Feel the right hip going forward, left hip drawing back. Why not rotate out the wrists? I'm sure we've all been using technology a lot more recently, and our wrists need a little extra love. Breathe. Strong shoulders, strong arms, energy coming out through the fingertips. Big breath in. Settle in, exhale. Big breath in. Exhale, reaching forward, plant that right hand. Lift the left hand high, take the twist to the left. Stack the left shoulder over the right, while at the same time pressing out of your right shoulder. Maybe look at your left thumb, and let's see if we can lift this back knee. Breathe. Keep drawing your left knee towards your right tricep, so make sure you're firmly pressing in to the big toe mound of your left foot. One more breath. As you exhale, plant the left hand, floating plank, left foot goes back. Inhale. Exhale, your vinyasa. Try to float the foot for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Great job. Exhale, downward dog. Maybe roll over those toes today. Woo, feeling a little bit warmer, hopefully. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk step or lightly hop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. All right, make sure your feet are hips distance here. Bend your left knee a lot, take your left fingertips underneath the face. Let's send the right hand high, another twist here. Option to just stay right here. Make sure your hips stay in line, so we don't want to just drop our right hip back, sink the left hip forward. And then if you want to play with a bind here, bend your right elbow. Reach your left hand underneath your left leg, left thigh, and try to clasp the fingers. And just kind of hang out here. We're not floating the foot all the way up, but you can come to the ball of your left foot if you'd like, and lift your left heel, just a taste of bird of paradise. Stacking the shoulders wherever you are. Try to send the gaze up. Breathe. For those of you in the bind, gently release the hands. And let's all come back down. Forward fold. And the knees, shake it out. To the other side, bend the right knee. Right fingertips to start, come underneath the face, reach the left hand high. Option to just stay here. Keep the hips in line. Option to take the bind, so bend your left elbow. And then from here you reach your right hand under. Try to find your fingertips or your wrist, or you can grab a t-shirt or a strap if you have it, not necessary. And then for those that are with me, maybe come up onto the ball of your right foot, and that'll give you some more space in your twist. So right heel is lifted if you're with me, maybe looking up, chest is opening, over to the left, one more breath. And releasing that bind if you're in it, release the right heel, fold, halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. Make sure your feet are either hips distance or big toes to touch, with the space in the heels. Sit low, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So yogi's choice, set it up, spread the toes. Weight is in the heels, tuck the tailbone down, belly in. So energy moving all the way up through the body. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, airplane arms, send it back. Inhale, lifting up. Still in chair, exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, airplane arms. Now from here, you're gonna interlace the fingertips with the lower back, extending the legs, stand tall, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart for a back bend here. And as you exhale, bend the knees, float forward, leading from the chest, hinging from the hips, forward fold, getting that shoulder stretch. Sending the pinkies up towards the ceiling. You can always keep the knees bent. Breathe. And then from here, release the hands to the lower back first, to the earth. Half lift, inhale, flat back, reset. Exhale, plant the hands, either step or float back. Your vinyasa or rest. Cobra, upward facing dog. Meeting in downward facing dog. Breathe. Inhale, sending the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee towards the nose, float the back heel, lift the hips, step it forward. Now this time, wiggle your left foot back, fingertips are underneath the face, and then let's start to extend that front leg. Variation of Parsvottanasana, pyramid pose. So we're a little wider than a regular pyramid, back heel's lifted. Take a big breath in, and then exhale, bend the right knee, sink the hips. So we'll do this a couple times. Inhale, extend that front leg, send the hips back, but feel the right hip drawing back, left hip forward. Exhale, using the fingers for support, lunge. One more, inhale, lift. Flat back. Exhale, let the hips be heavy, lunge. Now from here, staying in our lunge, if you need to, wiggle that left foot back a little bit more. Press through the right foot, now we're in crescent. So settle in here. Deep breaths. Tailbone's drawing down. If you need to, bend that left knee slightly so you can find more length here in the lumbar spine, and then power it back up or keep it bent. One more big breath. Good. Exhale. Take the hands down. Frame the front foot. Launch off your back foot. Standing splits. If you need to, walk the hands a little bit further forward for more support. Let the head be heavy. For those that want to play with more balance, maybe take right hand to right calf. Maybe the left hand comes to the right calf as well, and then you're fully just balancing on the right leg. So find what works for you. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Good, very gently bend that right knee, step the left toes back, plant your left hand right under your left shoulder, spin to the outer edge of your left foot, and we're coming into side plank. So you can either scoot it as many steps as it takes, or right away, just float it back. Either stacking the feet as you reach the right arm up, or lift the hips. You can stagger your feet, you can always drop your left knee. For those that want a little bit more, maybe lift the right foot. If you want even more, peace fingers to the right big toe. Breathe. One more breath. And as slowly as you can, try to get that right foot back to the front of the mat. Good. Plant the hands and step forward, forward fold. Great job. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. Inhale, chair pose, sit low, weights in the heels. Exhale, airplane arms, send it back. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, airplane arms. Interlace the fingertips at the lower back. Stand tall, extend the legs, open the chest. Exhale, Uttanasana. We fold, send the knuckles up and over with you. One more breath here. Release the hands to the lower back. Then to the floor, halfway lift, inhale, flat back, reset. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step or float or skip it. We'll meet in downward dog. Cobra, upward facing if you're flowing. Downward dog, send it back. Breathe, reconnect. Check back in with yourself. Strong arms, strong legs. Inhale, left foot high. Exhale, knee towards nose, rounding. Right heel lifts, hips go higher, step it forward. Wiggle the right foot back a little bit and start to extend that front leg. Feel the right hip drawing forward, left hip back. Fingertips underneath the face, underneath the shoulders for support. Good, as you exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Feel that stretch in the right hip flexor, opening in this left hip. And let's do that a couple more times. Inhale. Exhale, take the lunge. Inhale, navel in, straighten that front leg. Exhale, lunge. Last one. Inhale. Belly into spine. Uddiyana Bandha. Exhale, lunge. Right heel's lifted. Power up the legs. Rising up. Crescent. Breathe. Keep drawing the right hip forward, left hip back. Lengthening the tailbone towards that right heel. Another breath. Good, standing splits. Exhale, lean forward. Hands can be in line with that left foot or in front, launching off. Find what works for you. Optional balance challenge. If you want more, left hand to left calf. Folding forward. Maybe right hand follows. One more breath. And then slowly releasing the left fingertips back down. Bend the left knee, protect that knee joint. Plant the right foot. Plant the hand, spin to the outer edge of that right foot. Either step it or slide it right there. One swift movement, side plank. Lift the hips. Reach for the fingers as if someone's pulling you up. Play with different variations here. Maybe float that foot. Perhaps left peace fingers to left big toe. Open up. Breathe. And then we're going to bring this left foot, however you want to get it there. If you're holding your toe, use the hand for support to take it forward. Great job. Bend that right knee. Step forward. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. Inhale, chair pose. Sit low. Good. The weight is in the heels. Big breath in. Big breath out. Maybe sit a little lower. Another big breath in. Exhale, forward fold, take it down. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. We're gonna plant the hands and step straight back to downward dog this time. Good, settling in, spread the fingers. Inhale, send the right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee, right tricep, shoulders stack over the wrists. Inhale, high. Right knee to nose. Inhale, high. Right knee, left tricep. Inhale, send it high. Knee comes back towards the nose, rounding through the spine, float your left heel high. Feel the hips going higher. Now that should help you step or scoop that right foot forward. Dropping that left knee down. Rise it up, low lunge, settle in. And make sure we're not just collapsing forward, press actively through that right foot. Magnetize the inner thighs towards one another. Maybe rotate out the wrist here. Draw the belly up and in, and even here we're lengthening through the lower back. So draw your tailbone down towards your left heel. Breathe. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Good, exhale, taking the hands down, planting that left hand, but reach the right hand high, take a twist to the right, and let's try to lift the back knee. Breathe. Draw the right shoulder blade down the back. Shoulders are stacking, we're pressing out of the left shoulder here. Breathe, maybe looking at your right thumb. Good, one more breath. Exhale, releasing that right hand. Step back to a floating plank. So float your right foot here. Shoulders are over the wrists. You can point or flex your foot, totally up to you. Different sensations, play with that. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, one-legged chaturanga if you can. Inhale, plant the top of that right foot, top of the left, upward facing dog. Ooh, you hear that crack? Exhale, downward facing dog. I needed that. Take 3 deep breaths here. Any micro movements you need in your downward dog. Listening to your body is an act of self-love. Being here is an act of self-love. One more breath. All right, here we go. Inhale, send the left foot high. 3-legged dog. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Inhale, send it back up, 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee towards nose. Inhale, send it high, deep breathing. Exhale, left knee, right tricep. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Knee towards nose. So tiger curl, rounding through the spine, lift high onto the back toes. Hips go higher, and that should help you step or scoop that left foot in between the hands. Wiggle the back foot back slightly so you can drop your right knee down. Getting a nice stretch here on your right hip flexor. Pressing through that left foot, let's rise up. Anjaneyasana, other side. Feel the right hip going forward, left hip drawing back. Why not rotate out the wrists? I'm sure we've all been using technology a lot more recently, and our wrists need a little extra love. Breathe. Strong shoulders, strong arms, energy coming out through the fingertips. Big breath in. Settle in, exhale. Big breath in. Exhale, reaching forward, plant that right hand. Lift the left hand high, take the twist to the left. Stack the left shoulder over the right, while at the same time pressing out of your right shoulder. Maybe look at your left thumb, and let's see if we can lift this back knee. Breathe. Keep drawing your left knee towards your right tricep, so make sure you're firmly pressing in to the big toe mound of your left foot. One more breath. As you exhale, plant the left hand, floating plank, left foot goes back. Inhale. Exhale, your vinyasa. Try to float the foot for one-legged chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Great job. Exhale, downward dog. Maybe roll over those toes today. Woo, feeling a little bit warmer, hopefully. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Inhale, look forward, bend the knees, walk stepper lightly, pop to the top. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, fold. All right, make sure your feet are hips distance here. Bend your left knee a lot, take your left fingertips underneath the face. Let's send the right hand high, another twist here. Option to just stay right here. Make sure your hips stay in line, so we don't want to just drop our right hip back, sink the left hip forward. And then if you want to play with a bind here, bend your right elbow, reach your left hand underneath your left leg, left thigh, and try to clasp the fingers. And just kind of hang out here. We're not floating the foot all the way up, but you can come to the ball of your left foot if you'd like, and lift your left heel, just a taste of bird of paradise. Stacking the shoulders wherever you are. Try to send the gaze up. Breathe. For those of you in the bind, gently release the hands. And let's all come back down. Forward fold. Whew. And the knees, shake it out. To the other side, bend the right knee. Right fingertips to start, come underneath the face, reach the left hand high. Option to just stay here. Keep the hips in line. Option to take the bind, so bend your left elbow. And then from here, you reach your right hand under. Try to find your fingertips or your wrist, or you can grab a t-shirt or a strap if you have it, not necessary. And then for those that are with me, maybe come up onto the ball of your right foot, and that'll give you some more space in your twist. So right heel is lifted if you're with me, maybe looking up, chest is opening, over to the left, one more breath. And releasing that bind if you're in it, release the right heel, fold, halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. Make sure your feet are either hips distance or big toes to touch, with the space in the heels. Sit low, inhale, Utkatasana, chair pose. So yogi's choice, set it up, spread the toes. Weight is in the heels, tuck the tailbone down, belly in. So energy moving all the way up through the body. Big breath, inhale. Exhale, airplane arms, send it back. Inhale, lifting up. Still in chair, exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, airplane arms. Now from here, you're gonna interlace the fingertips with the lower back, extending the legs, stand tall, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift the heart for a back bend here. And as you exhale, bend the knees, float forward, leading from the chest, hinging from the hips, forward fold, getting that shoulder stretch. Sending the pinkies up towards the ceiling. You can always keep the knees bent. Breathe. And then from here, release the hands to the lower back first, to the earth. Half lift, inhale, flat back, reset. Exhale, plant the hands, either step or float back. Your vinyasa or rest. Cobra, upward facing dog. Meeting in downward facing dog. Breathe. Now from here, inhale, send the right foot high. Three-legged dog. As you exhale, bend that right knee, step your right foot on the outside of your right hand. Slowly drop that left knee. Make sure your right knee is going the same direction as your right toe, so might have to angle it. Setting up for our lizard lunge. Maybe stay up high like this on the fingertips or palms, left knee down. Just opening up through this right hip, maybe taking some circle motions. Be explorative in your movements, be curious, but be careful. And if you feel ready to come to forearms, you might start to come down here. If you want to lift the back knee, go a little bit deeper into that left hip flexor, feel free. Find a shape that works for you. For those that want to play with some balance here, you'll lift your left knee and start to take your right hand to the right ankle and nuzzle your right shoulder right behind that right calf. Come up onto the left fingertips here so your chest is lifting. And then we open up our wings. So send your right wing out, palm floating. Really power up the legs and maybe float your left hand as well. Flying lizard. Keep breathing. Smile. And those that are here with me, slowly start to release the hands. Great job. And we're back in our lizard. One more breath, wherever that is for you. Good, and then heel toe that right foot back to center. Take the hands underneath the shoulders. Send the hips back, Ardha Hanuman, half splits. Flex through that right foot, right toes towards the face. Option to just stay up high, option to bow, but try to bow, leaning forward, belly towards the top of that right thigh with a flat back. So trying to avoid this rounding. Keep opening the chest, one more breath. And then we bend that right knee, plant the hands, step it back, three-legged dog. Inhale, send it high. As you exhale, bend the right knee, stack the right hip over the left. Find some opening even more here. Right heel towards the right glute, draw the right shoulder down. Any movement you guys want here in the ankle, in the hip. Maybe it's stillness. Returning to three-legged dog. And now I'm going to challenge you to keep this right leg as high as you can as you rock forward to a high plank. We're not doing chin stand today, but this would be a nice prep for it. Rock forward, right leg's as high as you can. Exhale, chaturanga like that. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward dog. So always trying new things, exploring, being curious. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, left foot, float it high. Exhale, bend that left knee, step that left foot lightly on the outside of that left hand. Drop your right knee down, remember, If the toes go up, the knee goes. If the knee goes up, the toes go out as well. So angle that left foot. And find a lizard lunge that works for you. Maybe shimmy around here. And if it feels good, coming to the forearms. Whatever it is you need, maybe lifting the back knee. Just take a couple more breaths here before you attempt your flying lizard, if that's where you think you're gonna go. For those that do flying lizard, back knees lifted, power up the legs, come up onto the hands first. Use your left hand to the left ankle, nuzzle your left shoulder under, and extend your left arm out like a wing, and that left palm is floating off the floor. Find a balance, so fix your gaze on one point. It's a little tricky. Sometimes one side's easier than the other, and we fly. This side is way harder for me. Woo, one more breath. And if you're flying, come back down. Let's stay in our lizard lunge, wherever that is, another breath. All right, heel toe that left foot back to center. Frame that front foot. Shift the hips back, extend that front leg, and now the hands come back underneath the shoulder. Ardha Hanuman half splits. Big breath in. Exhale, possibly bow. Good, another big breath. Flex that front foot. As you exhale, bend the left knee, plant the hands, lift the back knee, float it up and back, three-legged dog, inhale. Exhale, open it up, so bend the left knee, left heel towards the left glute, left knee is the highest point of this shape. Any movements you want here. Maybe it's stillness, so it's all about listening to what it is that you need in each moment, because that changes. Day-to-day basis, breath-to-breath basis. And then the chin stand prep. We're not doing the whole thing, just playing with the sensation of lifting that left leg as high as you can, three-legged dog. Exhale, shoulders stack, lower down, chaturanga with the leg lifted. Inhale, upward facing. Great job, exhale, downward dog. 3 breaths here. We're almost there. Making our way to bird of paradise before we rest. Check back in, home base and down dog. Hopefully your hips are feeling a little bit more open. Let's see what we can do. Inhale, look forward. Bend the knees. Exhale, walk separate lightly. Hop. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold and mount. Okay, so we did this earlier. We're gonna see if we can go all the way up. Feet are hips distance. And if you like, I can face you, so maybe it's easier. Feet are hips distance. And just like we did earlier in that twist, bend your left knee, left fingertips underneath the face, send your right hand high. So right hand's high, left knee's bent. So earlier we did this, and we're gonna see if we can continue on in the journey up to bird of paradise from here. So let's bend the right elbow, and let's take that bind. So the left arm comes underneath, so your left tricep is moving towards the inner left thigh. Clasp the fingers if you can, or grab a t-shirt or strap. And then from here, let's lift onto the ball of your left foot. It's important that you shift the gaze somewhere where you feel stable, so just look down first, because the gaze is going to shift as you come up. Bend that right knee and start to press out of that right leg, right hip, and maybe try to float the left foot. Start to come up, but keep looking at one point, and then once you feel comfortable, somewhat comfortable, maybe the gaze starts to shift. So, some of you might be like, oh my gosh, I'm like this. This is fine, you can work on this. But keep trying to open the chest. Find stability in that standing leg. It's not about getting straight. It's about practice, enjoying the journey. Now you might just stay here with the knee bent. If your hips are feeling pretty open, maybe you'll start to point the left toes up. But again, try to keep opening the chest, and if you fall, just come back. Breathe. Do what you can. I'm gonna stay here. One more breath. And let's release it. Take your time, exhale. Release the bind. Great job, you guys. Shake it out. If you need to stretch in your shoulders, fingertips interlace, send it up and over. Shake it out. Let's do it on the other side, and then we rest. Hands come down. Feet are hips distance, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, fold. All right, last time here. Other side, bend the right knee, right fingertips plant, open twist first. And if you're like, this is not something I want to do right now, then that's cool, just stay here, or find any other shape that feels good to you. It's about working with what you need in each moment. If you're with me, bend that left elbow, Take your right arm underneath that right leg so the right triceps to the inside of the right thigh. Try to find the bind, clasping the fingers if you can. Send the gaze down here for support. Lift onto the ball of that right foot, even the toes. Press out of that left hip, press out of that left leg, really grounding into that left foot. And fix that gaze. One side's gonna be easier than the other. Ooh, take your time to come up. And again, you don't need to be standing straight up. Just work with what you got today. Play with it. And then notice that the gaze shifts to a new direction, a new spot in the room. Staying here, maybe extending the right leg, pointing the toes. Breathe. Good, and then slowly, with control, come back down. Great job. Releasing the hands. I'm going to come back towards the top of my mat, which is where you are, hopefully. Halfway lift, inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees so much that the heels lift, and just let the belly rest on top of the thighs. Forehead towards the knees. Walk the hands forward. Rounded position here in pendant pose. Heels are lifted. Option to just give yourself a big hug. Play with a little bit of balance here. Lift the head. Open up the knees. Heels are still floating. Reach the arms out. Gently roll back. Navasana, boat pose. So if you'd like, you can support the back of the thighs. Shoulders down. And let's breathe here. Any version of boat that feels good to you. If you want to extend the legs, if you want to reach the arms up or even lightly grab. But keep breathing for 5. Lift through the chest. 4, 3, 2, and slowly coming into low boat on 1. So heels hover, shoulders hover. 5, 4, 3, keep breathing. 2, lightly come to the earth on 1. Great job, you guys. Bend the knees. Let's give ourselves a big, well-deserved hug after that. Might feel nice to rock side to side. Good, planting the feet, hips distance, open up your wings. Scoot your hips to the right, gently drop the knees to the left. Spinal twist, never felt so good. Just letting the knees be staggered. If you want to come back into the bind, take the right leg on top, your eagle legs. Or maybe here, take your left foot, left heel on top of your right thigh, adding a little bit of weight. Make sure your shoulders are grounded, upper back's on the floor, and just take the gaze where your neck feels best. 2 more breaths. And releasing that foot if it's on top. Knees come back up to center, switching sides. Hips scoot to the left, knees drop to the right. Same options. If you want the eagle bind to the legs, go ahead and do it. Left thigh on top, or knees staggered, or over here with me, right heel on top of left thigh. Notice how you feel, how your body feels. Letting all the sweat just settle in. Notice any shift in energy here from the moment we started till now. Using that heat, that agni, fire within to burn away all that's not serving us. And then coming back to center, release the foot, scoot the hips back. Let's lift the legs up to the ceiling and just plant the hands here. Draw the shoulders down the back. Waterfall pose, legs up the wall pose. Maybe rotate out your ankles, wiggle your toes. Just take a moment here, letting all the blood flow towards the heart in this inversion. Feeling this weightlessness of your legs. They did a lot for you today, so let's show them some extra love, letting them rest even more as you catch up with your breath. Good, and then from here, bending the knees softly, finding happy baby. Grabbing where it feels right to you. Does not need to be the outer edges of the feet. You can grab lower, calves, ankles, back of the thighs, as long as the shoulders are grounded and the tailbone's down as an anchor here. So our spine is long in this shape. So make sure you don't feel like you're going to rock all the way backwards. Stay grounded, and any little bits of movement you want. want to extend the legs one by one, maybe both. And slowly coming back to center. Releasing the feet. Finding your final rest. If you want to rest how we started and recline butterfly, open the knees wide. Tuck the shoulders, soles of the feet together. If you want to extend the legs and just come into your final resting Shavasana shape with arms out wide, feet wider than your mat. Full act of surrender here. Just find what works for you. Notice how your hips feel today. We did a lot of hip opening. An area where we hold a lot of tension, sometimes referred to as a junk drawer of our body. So notice what you released today. What did you let go of? What did we create space for? Take a deep breath in through the nose. Fill all the way up with air as if you're filling up a balloon. Feel the belly inflate. Sigh it out. Just starting to really relax the whole entire body. From the point between the eyebrows, the outer edges of the eyes, your cheeks, jaw. Just let that wave of relaxation flow down the rest of your body. All the way to the soles of your feet, tips of your toes. Just returning to your natural rhythm of breath. Letting sensation settle in. Giving yourself this time to rest. Remember, you can stay here as long as you need. Keep listening to yourself, your body, guided by your breath. For those that are ready to come up, take your time, start wiggling the fingers and toes. Perhaps drawing the legs towards one another and reach the arms up and overhead. Take a big wake up stretch. And then releasing the hands, either bending the knees and rolling to one side or taking the hands to the back of the thighs, taking a soft rock up. And coming into a final seat that works for you, whether that's cross-legged today or kneeling. And I invite you to close your eyes. Rest the hands either in the lap, the thighs, on the knees, somewhere it feels good to you. Sitting up tall, feel the shoulder blades drawing down the back. Bring a slight tuck of your chin into your chest. Elongate the back of your neck here. Maybe a gentle smile graces your face, and allow that smile to flood your whole entire body. Notice how you feel. No judgment, no expectation. You're perfect just the way you are. I invite you to sit up even taller here. Let's bring the hands to Anjali Mudra, salutation seal, the center of the chest. Gently lift the heart to meet the thumbs. Together we take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up with air. Sighing it out. Bowing the head softly towards the fingertips as you release the back of the neck. From my heart to yours, wishing you a beautiful day ahead. Namaste.